Well, 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 lads. Well, 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 lads. It's time for another weekend adventure of Rosie in Dead by Daylight. What do we got here, lads? 2 million blood points. I suppose we best get to spending. Ugh, alright. Let's get to spending some blood points. This game sucks, dude. Total fucking garbage. So just give it one more try, a lullaby. That's a Nickelback song, boys. I need to claim my rewards. Wait, no, not these rewards. You get blood points for this and that shit now? Okay, if they're gonna do that, they need to remove the cap. Have they removed the cap yet? Let's check. Hey, well, I got my points, so. That's a bunch of shit right there, Oni. Cap is 2 mil still, so they haven't changed it. Look at all these perks I'm never gonna use because they're all bad. Honestly, do you guys need me to tell you why all this shit sucks? I feel like it's the same reason every time we get on. Like coming on every time and telling you all that it's not a generator or stalling perk that actually does anything. Like I think you guys know that. Same shit, different day, bruh. Going into a new year, and the game's still ass. You want to go to the decimated Borgo? No thanks. I'm good. No, really. I'm good. I don't need to go there. Eruption and Call of Brine, dude. Because again, remember, it doesn't matter what your shit is, it's gonna get bitched about. Because you win games with it. It doesn't actually need change, bro. I don't understand why it tells me that this controller is not a proper controller. It is. Well, the survivors will call me boring. Oh no! What am I gonna do? The virgin survivors will say I'm a boring player. Sorry, dude. Yep. The game needs more. It needs more base game changes, bro. You gotta do better. That's what all these, that's what the meta, that's what nerfing all the perks has taught us. That's what it's taught us. If you nerf one set of anti-gem perks, the next set rise up to take their place. Yep. I mean, we've been explaining this for a long time, though. Like, that's the thing. Like, this isn't new. It's not. This isn't new material. We've been saying they need to do core changes forever. They won't do it. They have the data now at the MMR. They still won't do it. They'll hit the perks, though. Like, they misunderstand the problem. They completely misunderstand the problem. The devs are very, very simple-minded. Retarded logic. Yeah, that's always been retarded logic. That comes from the mouth of Jundy. That's all Scott Jund and Otts Darva talk. That's where it comes from. All that crap is total Scott Jund nonsense. And Otts. I think that's more Otts logic. It's not good logic, no. It's terrible logic. And again, it Jundians and Otts Darva fanboys. That's Jundiets. That's better, actually. I do like that. Okay, we're gonna take Ghostface to Pantry for our first game. Hopefully Pantry. We really don't want Pale Rose. It's still a bad map. Okay, I think Ghostface is not really lethal enough. We still probably need to save the best for last on him, but he does have a semi-okay camp game. It's not good. Who am I kidding? We still got the hook reveal for the camping, and then the recharging with via breaking shit. So let's see see how we do. Let's see how we do, lads. Let's see how we do on a Friday night. Can we do this yet? Okay. Hopefully these guys aren't too hard. Hopefully this is very hard. Bum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum. Burn now. Bum bum ba dum bum ba dum bum bum. Bum 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 bum. Alright. Okay. Where's the hatch? Hatch is at the shack. Jundiets. Super bad Scott Jund logic, bro. Did you guys hear about Scott's latest development? He finally realized that it's better that 4K shows skills better than the rank system. Go look at his video about the adept killers. He finally realized that 4Ks are better than the pipping system for determining killer skill. Again, we say this in a post rank system era. He finally realized it. He finally realized it. Yes, well, I don't know if it's in the game yet, but they're introducing this, like, confidence system. To where, like, if the longer you've been away from the game, it, like, lowers your confidence that you'll actually beat somebody or some shit. I don't know. Yeah. I don't know, but, like, aren't we proud of Scott, guys? He finally realized 4K's determined killer skill better than, the ranking system did. Finally. Like, again, you're 4 years too late, buddy. We've all known this for 2 fucking years. Where the fuck have you been? Would have been nice to have you. Would have been nice to have you trying to get that fucking garbage out of the game. Because again, we've been bitching about it for years. What the fuck have you been doing? Also, that I didn't even press anything. Okay, something's wrong with my controller, actually. Okay. I'm not hitting anything. Okay, something's actually wrong with my controller. Okay, hold on, I gotta switch. Is this one? Let's try. Okay, I tried rebooting it. Let's see if that does anything. It's still, like, clunky. Okay, yeah, I did not mean to do that. Okay, I need to... Something is fucked up here. I'm not meaning to do, like, any of the swings. Yeah, I'm like... Oh my god, something is wrong here. What is this one at? I don't know what the hell is wrong with my controller. It keeps telling me that it's like not an official controller or something. That sucks because we've basically lost this game already, trying to figure out what the hell is going on there. Oh, I thought she was injured. Well, that sucks. We'll just blow up another one. That really sucks though, because again, that's game. That's game right there, lads. We're gonna need a miracle to win this shit. We tried. We actually got him there. He has, plus he has dead hard. Okay. Well, that really sucks that their controller was fucking out. Console player problems, lads. That's really dumb that they can do that. I don't know why she did that. Yeah. Hey, everybody's over here. Oh, come on. We got him there, too. We're getting unlucky. Unlucky, unlucky. I just can't believe how unlucky we're getting. I figured she'd actually go in there this time. I don't know why, I felt it in my bones. Are we gonna come back from that awful start of just fucking around and... Okay, she's smart and took the killer shack. We need to get over here and damage this gen again. That art sucks. Dead Hard's not as good as it used to be, lads. Okay. We're kind of fighting back here because we kind of have a 3-gen. If we can hold this shit. That's fine. We want the stacks. Wait. Did she just dead hard with the while deep wounded? I thought you couldn't do that. Can you do that? What would have happened had I hit her there? What would have happened had I actually hit her there? Would she have went down? Like, I actually don't know that interaction. Because I thought you just straight up couldn't dead hard. That's how I thought it worked. Well, you might be able to, like, do the animation, but... Okay, so yeah, they still go down. Like, you can't use the fucking perk if you're deep wounded. Like, I know that interaction. I could have hit her there. We'll take the stack. And we can get him out. It is weird how they let you use it. You'd think they wouldn't let you. Just so you know you don't have it. Oh shit. Oh, we like teleported there, that sucks. Again, unlucky stuff this match. Let's get some injures. Okay, now we got some more pressure. We came back here, so definitely bad survivors. Okay. They 3-gen themselves, that's good. As long as they keep ticking down. They only got 3, and we have 8 stacks. So, we're not doing too bad. That slow start was rough, though. We'd be in such a better spot. And we can do a distance injure. Cool. We got her pretty much on the ropes. So break our pallet instantly. Okay. Mark it. Let's see if we can get her here. There was somebody in there? Okay. That was just her perk. That was just her perk. I thought someone was in there, bruh. But she didn't get in it. Okay, we don't want to camp this. We want Meg. If we can find Meg, that would be sweet. There she is. Oh, come on. Oh, come on. That should happen way sooner. That's 2. Get off that. Okay, cool. This distance injure thing, really decent in the late game. Is this progressing? It is not. Make sure our stuff's supplied. Okay, we know where everyone is. Beautiful, lads. That's the game-winning play right there. How'd we come back from that? How did we come back from that? Really bad survivors. Yeah. That's the only way it really works. There. Now if she heals, it doesn't matter. That's what that does. Like, just because they're injured, that doesn't mean you don't mark them. Like, it doesn't mean you don't do anything to them. Always, always, always take that stuff. Because any heal that they do now is a waste of time on her. It's really sad that you have to play these maps like this. Like, the design is, like, so fucking bad that you honestly just have to play one side the whole fucking match. Like, that's what you do. Like, that's how you legitimately play this. The only times I ever win here are when I play like this. This map was in their survey. This map is terrible. But it's like, you know, the devs don't learn anything. Because what do we say about every fucking map every time they come out? There's usually there's two complaints every single time without fail. It's too big and the tiles too cluttered. We say it every time. And then the next time, guess what happens? New map, too big, tiles too cluttered. Same shit, different map. They don't listen. They don't listen, bro. Well, the maps are the next thing. Like if you want to truly balance the game, if balancing the game is the main goal here, these maps need to hit more than anything at this point. We're done with matchmaking. Matchmaking's a dead topic. Dead. MMR's in, it's done. We're moving on. Like if you really want to change the meta, the gen control meta, the gen stall meta, hitting one perk isn't gonna do anything. What's gonna do something is making chasing viable, and in order to do that, you have to nerf the maps, bro. And the way to do that, and again, like, this is not hard. We've been saying this for years. The best way to change maps is to delete map RNG and go in and do them manually. That's how to do it, bruh. The maps need to be done manually, by hand. No, don't do that. Well, I mean, maybe. But they need to be done by hand. No more RNG. None. The only RNG should be totems and exit gates. And which gen spawn. That's it. The tiles, not even where the gen spawn, honestly. That should be fixed. Where the gen spawn should be fixed. Let's peek at her. Oh. Amazing how we won that. But yeah, they should go in and do the maps manually. If you like one tile, like it's just like, oh, we don't want to delete this tile, move it to a different map. Move the tile that you like to a different map. Shelter Woods, for instance, should be shrunk, and you should put Caltree at Shelter Woods in the middle of the map. Like, this isn't hard to do. Caltree should be moved to Shelter Woods, and that's the only map it should spawn on. Shelter Woods in the middle every time. Consistency. That's what you do to fix the game. I don't like, sometimes I go in and there's fucking 10 pallets, and then sometimes I go in and there's 20. That's crap. It's inconsistent. And again, it makes all a real tournament play for this game ridiculous. Oh, that was fun. We somehow came back and won that one. That distance, like marking 99 is like a distance injure. It's so good. Like it really helped us there. You can use it to kind of like in the early game if you like you can kind of do it, but like if you like really get control and slow the game down, it's kind of win more. But like once you get control, if you 99 somebody, mwah, so beautiful. So beautiful, bruh. Let's play Doc. We haven't played Doc in a while. Okay, we don't need Brutal. This is outdated. We haven't played Doc with our new build yet, have we? Let's leave this. I kind of like Save the Best for Last on Doc. Even though I think he can do the Scorch Hook, I think we can run this. He's decent, he's B tier. Doc's a Keystone now, right? I don't even remember my last tier list. Oh shit, it's December and I haven't done one of those. Lol. Maybe I'll save that for the summer. But the biannual tier list will probably become once a year. Oh boy, this looks fun. We got David, Ace, Nia. There's one flashlight, 2 Nias, 42, 43, but those don't really mean anything. Alright. We had fun. Despite that weird start, we had fun. Guess I'm gonna have to buy a new controller because that one's acting up. It's never done that before. Cause like it said the controller might not function properly. Like it's told me that 500 times. That was the first time it's actually like spazzed out on me. Dr. Faustus is here, bruh. Like it's never spazzed. Oh, there's 2 flashlights now. I guess this is like a Swift. I didn't bring a map. That's rough. That means I gotta trust the game's horrendous RNG. That's rough. Never had that happen on a PS4 controller. Well, it's like I've been using the same controller for like almost a year. It hasn't ever given me that message until like 3 months ago. Like 1 to 3 months ago, it started saying that it was like not an official controller. And I'm like, it hasn't done that for 9 months. Why is it starting to do that now? And then it said like the controller might not function properly. Never had that never had anything like those random swings happen to me like ever. It started like twisting my camera. It's like fucking my controller was possessed or something. Oh well, we just swapped it out and then it stopped. So this one's not bad. It's not my I still like my red one better, but crap out at a year. Okay, it's probably crapped out. I've had it for a year, yeah. Might even be a little over a year. Yeah, I know. I brought that up already. Scott finally admitted what we've known for 2 years. Isn't that funny? I'm telling you guys, he catches up. He catches up. Like, I call him Wile E. Coyote because he does catch up. Like, he's just slow. He's 2 years behind the rest of us. Like, we need him in the here and now. That's the problem with him. Like, yes, Scott, I'm glad you finally realized that 4Ks are a better indicator of killer skill. I'm glad you finally realized that the ranking system encouraged you to play like fucking garbage. I'm glad you finally realized all this shit. I was telling you this the entire time. The entire time. Oh, cool, he DC'd. He's an update behind. Basically, yeah. Scott, this guy must hate Doctor or something. The muscle god. Big gym jockey fucking weirded out by mad scientist Doctor, ladies and gentlemen. That's an insult to even me at this point. I'll take a free tier 3 if you want to give it to me. Okay. We don't really need to commit to her. Oh, she's the tier 3 over there. Well, let's see where this person was going. Let's follow tier 3, actually. This is a weird tile. That's a weird tile, Jesus. Do you guys see that weird tile? This is only the second time we played here, so we do not know this map. All I know is there's tiles spawning in each other's ass cracks, my least favorite thing to see on a Dead by Daylight map. She dead-hearted, that's fine. It gives us another stack. Beautiful, lads. That's like 4 gens we just hit right there. Also cool. The muscle god. I still can't get over that. Doctors say the best for last camping is actually really good. Because he can interrupt your saves. Cool. I'll take it. Again, anytime I don't gotta play on one of these newer maps, so I'll take it, lads. Like, please, kill yourself. I don't care, it's free MMR. Okay. You gotta be, like, super precise there. That's it. This ace ain't too bad. He's gonna have dead hard. Yeah, I saw it. But guys, this new dead hard really isn't that hard. It's really not that bad. Like, yes, it can be annoying if they're, like, at a tile and stuff, but, like, in terms of being out in the open, it's so much fucking weaker. It's so much weaker. And there are some times where a good player will be able to get, like, an extra, like, it's still a good perk. I don't want that to, like, be misconstrued. It's a good perk. It's still by far the best exhaustion perk in the game, I think. Like, it's still very powerful. But, like, when I'm comparing it to the fucking busted shit that was in the game before, it's not close. It's not even close to how broken it was before. Like, if he had old Dead Hard there, he probably could have somehow made this. Because what was he, right here? I'll have to go back and watch it. Stats say it still is, but stats only about usage rate. And, like, survivors can win with anything. They can go perkless and win. They've proved, like, we'd already know that. Survivors can go in perkless and beat you. Like, yeah. So, like, if the survivors came together as a community and decided to run one fucking perk and beat you, it beat every killer with that at high MMR, they could do that. Like, are people at top MMR still using it? Yes, I'm sure they are. It's still, like, the best exhaustion perk in the game. It's still better than Sprint Burst. It's still better than Life. It's still better than all those perks. It's still, like, Overcome does counter say the best for last, so that does have some use. But, like, in terms of like what's the best exhaustion perk in the game, it's still dead hard and it's still not close. The perk is still good. It's the best chase perk in the game. You should still be running it. It's still really good. So I'm not trying to pretend it's a bad perk, but what I'm trying to say is like, what the hell are you talking about when you say it's buffed? I still hear people say that. I want old dead hard back. This one's buffed. The only way this new dead hard is better is if you actually get hit by it. Like, which you should, like, unless you are at a tile, you should never get hit by this new dead hard, ever. And it has bad matchups, i.e. Legion, who was very annoying. Scoot thinks the game is killer side. Well, again, I mean, Scoot just realized that, like, the ranking system sucks. So, again, he's 2 years behind the rest of us. Let's actually play Legion. Let's actually leave this on Legion. Let's run this on Legion. Let's leave this on Legion. We're gonna try to not do corrupt. He said it's proven by the stats. Who cares? I don't care. What do you mean it's proven by the stats? Kill rates fell. Where do you think the kill rates fell? One killer's kill rate dropped 10%. Like, what do you mean? And where do you think that those 10% is coming from? Like, what? Like, it's not the low-level players that are still losing, because, man, the low-level players were always losing. Like, the low-level players were always losing. So, if killers' kill rates are dropping 5 to 10% on average, where are those drops happening? It's not low, and it's not mid. There's only one place it's happening. The higher MMRs. It's dropping at the higher MMRs. Because the game is not killer-sided. The emblem system doesn't make you D-pip if you have a bad game. I mean, not anymore. Because the emblem system already doesn't make you D-pip. The emblem system is useless garbage, and they should take it out. Honestly, I advocated for the grade system to go away. It doesn't tell you anything. It's an outdated relic that should be in a museum and not in my game. It doesn't belong here anymore. It has nothing to do with what's actually good. It has nothing to do with skill. It's an optional bullshit system that you don't have to interact with. It's decoration. It doesn't mean anything. It's like your fucking Christmas tree. Take it down. What do you do after your Christmas tree isn't important anymore, lads? You take it down. The emblem system's not important anymore. Let's take it down. Let's get rid of it. It should not be in the game, period. Because what it is it's a distraction, is what it is. It's a distraction from the elements that help you win games. Like, if you try to actually read and play with the emblem system, like I'm sure some casuals actually do, it's backwards intuitive with what a win is. But yeah, the game's not killer-sided. Kill rates fell. What do you mean the game's killer-sided? They put MMR in and kill rates fell. Like, what does that tell you? What does that tell you? The stats prove it. Yeah. It fell. The kill rates fell, dumbass. And of course they did. And even then, remember when they had to nerf the MMR system because the game was unplayable? Well, yeah, they still don't matter. Like, that's another reason. Remember when they had to change and nerf the MMR system because you were getting Swift after Swift after Swift every day and Killer was unplayable? Like, they literally put MMR in the game and then realized Killer Apocalypse was happening just like I predicted it would, and had to emergency nerf the system. Does anybody remember this? Like, it's revisionist history. So, like, this system, as much as it still is an improvement, this system is an improvement over the ranking system, but the first one they put in was better than this in terms of accuracy. And what happened? They had to emergency take it out of the game. And why was that? And it wasn't because killers were winning. It had to emergency get deleted because it was too accurate and killers couldn't win. Ever. And I'm fine with that. I'm okay with that. Remember, all I wanted was for the ranking system to go away. That's all I wanted. Ranking system is gone. I'm a happy boy. But again, we just talked about this. Higher MMR actually means less than it did. Sorry, hold on. Higher MMR doesn't mean as much as it did a couple months ago. Yeah. Because they had to emergency change the system. That's the part of it. That's the part he's leaving out. They had to emergency change the system. And why did they do that? Because higher MMRs were unplayable. I was there. I experienced it. I was there, lads. I didn't just go away. And also, another thing, I don't know what stats he's talking about, but like, killer cited for which killers? To sit here and give me an argument that the Trapper is actually winning more at the higher MMRs? Like, I don't believe you. There it goes. That stroller's killing us. There it is, lads. He respected Dead Hard and still got her. Yeah, like, Scott has no consistency. This is why, like, you can look at a Scott Jun video from, like, a week ago, and it's not relevant anymore. Because he changes his mind every week. Trash. Possibly get more here? That was a nice... That was a nice, generous stun they just gave him. Now Survivor... Oh yeah, exactly. Now the Survivor escape streaks don't matter. How does that work? So what about the hundreds of Survivor escape streaks? Do those not matter? Again, there's no consistency. He doesn't have an ounce of consistency in his tiny little brain. Like, I'm saying the same thing I've been saying for months. Still. Like, I don't change my arguments, everybody. Not nearly as much. I don't know why he did that. Oh, boil over, so I can't see a hook. Fuck this, I'm just gonna leave him slugged. Wait, is there a hook right there? There is. They can actually make that. Of course, the one time I want there to be a window at Haddonfield, there just isn't. We got 2 gens progressing and the Survivor on the hook. Honestly, we want this. We want to face camp this. Give me that, please. Oh my god. Very unlucky. She's looking behind her for a dead hard. Or not. Very good. Oh, we got basement. I don't know how to get there though. Is it still the same as like over here? Okay. It is. I think Thana's killing them. Yeah, they should have gotten rid of that a long time ago. I saw the dead hard. She's gonna go get her in the basement, that's fine. We'll take a scorch hook and knock a gen down 15%. And this opens up a death hook option. It's fine. Okay, that was scorch hook right there. Feels like they are throwing. I still think they're still favored to win. The game has changed, but not really. Not really. I will say this, though. The most impactful change for the game that has happened is that DS and all anti-tunnel perks, except for BT, shut off when the gates are powered. That is the biggest core change this game has gotten in a long time. Because that can actually help you secure late game kills. That's the biggest killer-sided change this game has gotten. The fact that those perks shut off is huge. Because that gets you kills. And again, fast kills. That's the kind of change you need to actually like make the game better. I think. Like faster kills. If they do the gens fast, you should be able to kill them fast. That's how Identity 5 balances it. I still think these stages should be lowered by 10 seconds at least. At least 10 seconds. I think 15. I think each stage could get hit with a 15-second nerf and it would be alright. They can't come in through this way, they have to come in over here. Body blocking these doorways at these indoor kind of places is super good. Because it means they can't get her this way. We're not letting them. It's that simple. I did not mean to do that. Okay, take that. She's still in this gen? Jake's on death hook if we can find him. There he is. No, it's not him. I mean, that's okay. But that's not the change that's like helping you right now. It's just not. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that's what's like helping you, dude. It's not. Because the tiles spawn at each other's ass cracks. The tile logic is still bad. That change might help later. Here we go. Oh, bullshit. Let's keep him up there. Like, does that help? Yeah, sometimes situationally, especially with the dead hard nerf. Especially with the dead hard nerf. Transitioning is objectively harder to do. That is true. It's very true. And that can't help, especially against certain killers. Like, I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that's all, like, garbage. It's not. But, like, those changes don't impact the game as much as, like, people can, like, lead on and tell you. Like, I promise. This guy is dead hard. They try to, like, be sneaky with it, but it never works, because everybody who's trying to be sneaky with it does the exact same thing. Like, when you're the first, like, when you're the 1200th guy to do it, it's not so sneaky anymore, dude. Like, we all know what you're gonna fucking do with your dead hard. Okay, this'll fucking tie the game, at least. Oh look, they're both here. There's a boon against Legion? And no. Delete. Balanced. See, not good, because now I can lunge at you. Easy. Boobies. As nice as boobies are, your gameplay certainly doesn't emulate that name. Dare I say you don't deserve it. And then there's the last person. Easy 4K. Not the most, like, ideal map for Legion, I don't think. A lot of stuff, and stuff's too spread out. But I will set that. I will let you bleed out for 2 minutes, so you better hope there's a damn hook here. There is. Easy. Alright. But like the best change that Killer has received is the nerf to DS and off the record to not apply at the end game. I still 100% believe that. That's the kind of change that turns a 1K into a 2K. That's the kind of change that turns a 2K into a 3K. That. I'm sure nobody's talking about that change though. Which, good. I don't want that change talked about because I don't want them to ever revert it. But, like, that change in the late game is definitely helping you secure some kills against better teams. But it's like, you know, the game is killer-sided, bro. Nurse and Spirit can beat a 4-man Swift now. First of all, I'll even grant you that without debating it, and I still don't care. Because Nurse, Spirit, and Blight, I don't give 2 fucks about. Don't even see it much anymore. Yeah, I know. I don't respect it because the reason that you don't see it much anymore is because I continue to believe the play is to not respect it. Yeah, I can too. He would argue for it to come back. He said it was worse than Sprint Burst. So what the hell does he know? He said Old Dead Hard was worse than Sprint Burst. Like, Scott, you do realize you're losing credibility by day, right? Dude, I go against the majority everywhere I can. Sometimes things are the majority opinion because they're just objectively correct. Like, sometimes it's just true. And there's nothing wrong with that. You don't have to be a contrarian on every issue. Sometimes Dead Hard is just the best perk in the game, bro. Well, that was such a laugh-out-loud, ridiculous statement. Sprint Burst was literally worse in every matchup that wasn't a Bubba. Or, like, literally. But it's like, like, Scott John can say whatever he wants and it's taken seriously. That's the problem. Nobody actually, besides me, of course, takes the time to actually evaluate what the hell he's actually saying to you when he says something. Because it's like, when Scott Junn says something, it's like, I'm glad that I was actually told this first. Because, like, you guys are starting to, like, you guys are starting to understand, like, there's a internal lack of consistency in his point. That way, like, so when you're watching his videos, you can identify that consistency issue, and I'm very proud of you all for that. Like, the fact that y'all are coming in here and telling me about Scott's latest inconsistency and his faults, like, that to me, I'm proud of you guys. I'm proud of you guys. I'm a proud Rosie. Because you guys see the crap. You guys see the crap. I don't, like, you don't need me anymore. You can see the crap. Yeah. You can see the crap. I haven't played Demi in a while. Scott was a meme for years though. Yeah, to us. I kind of want to keep this build on Nemesis because I want to keep the focus on the power where it needs to be. Okay, we got T-Virus sample. That's all we really need. Let's put some shit on the Nemesis because I remember we definitely needed some stuff for him. Is that the undetectable one? Fuck! Do I think the mid-chapter will contain an eruption? I mean, certainly don't rule it out. Certainly don't rule it out, but again, I don't think so. I really don't think there's a reason for it. Like, just stick to the solo queue buff. Don't, honestly, stay away from perks. The entire focus of the company should be on the solo queue buffs. Which I'm okay with, by the way. That's fine. Identity 5 has those. It'll give them less of a crutch in arguments. Like, yes, solo queue will always be worse than Swift, but like, if you make them closer together, the phrase "solo queue won't like this" is less of a problem. It's less of like a crutch to where you can't make good killers because of this, because solo queue won't like it, so we can't do that. So sick of hearing that. It's like, what's the reason some of these killers are in fucking pre-alpha? They'll have to buff the killers to keep up, yeah. I mean, every killer needs a buff. Except for, like, Nurse, Spirit, and Blight. What else is new? What else is new, though? Trapper been trashed for far too long. They can just walk around stuff. That's insulting. Like, if you put a trap at the door of Killer Shack, they can literally just walk around it. It's the craziest shit. I don't know how Trapper doesn't start with all of his traps yet. I still don't understand that. Killer Instinct reveals a survivor's location when they use a vaccine. Uses effect to track down how many have been used. Yeah, thanks, Behavior. Thanks for that little tip. How about I just use my power when I see a survivor? How about that? Yeah, you have to use a damn add-on. It's not. It's only an okay one because it does have a downside. Like, I don't like how killers are, like, built in with limitations for add-ons to get rid of. I don't understand. Like, add-ons should be supplementary. Add-ons should be an absolutely supplementary thing to enhance your power, not something that you need to fucking play the character. Every add-on that is mandatory on a character should be fucking deleted. And inserted into that character's fucking base kit where it belongs. Because it's basically like you're running you don't have any add-ons anyway. Like, that's what that means. Because, like, when you're running something that should just be base kit, it just means you're running a base kit with no add-ons. Hi, Jen. Like, I consider T-Virus sample to be base kit Nemesis. Because that's what he really should just already have it. The fact that it takes you, like... This is 100%, so this is multiplied by 2. The fact that it takes 6 zombies to get you out of tier 1 base kit right now is ridiculous. 3 is more than enough. How am I not in tier 2? I just whacked her. That was really fucking bad. Hi, it's Jen Denise again. It wouldn't matter so much, but like tier 2 is what like gets you access to the pallet breaking, which is the ability you need to play. Nemesis without pallet breaking is fucking terrible. I don't know how that didn't connect. I don't know if that was B tier off the record, I don't care. I'd really like to get him to stop that gen right there. See, like, this is good. This encourages killers to chase survivors and interact with them. That's what this fucking perk does. There's somebody here. Another thing that the Scorch Hook perk does that's really good is it makes areas that are like impossible to defend, like this, a little bit more defendable. See, like, I pop this right here. Next time I down somebody, I get a free 10% regression on it. That's really good, lads. She went that way. That's fine, we'll take him. Kicking to gens doing something. Yes, what have we asked for forever? Kicking gens to me more. Cool. That helps. Again, like, Call of, like... Yeah. Kicking gens meant nothing for 4 years. We asked for it to be buffed over and over and over again. It got buffed. Because, like, gen kicking has been useless the whole fucking time, and it shouldn't have been useless at all. Thank God they fucking helped us. I'm rewarded like for playing the game. To do something about the incapacitated. That's like the easiest aspect to like not get hit by though. If you're gonna nerf the perk, found you. That's not what makes the perk good though. I mean, it certainly makes it, there's aspects of it, like, it helps the regression aspect out a bit. But the main reason the perk was good is that it blows up the gen from a distance. If you're gonna do something with that, make it smaller and that's it. The incapacitated status effect is there to ensure that to ensure extra time is spent on the gen. It's there to assist with that. If you would like to buff the number, that would be a fair trade. That's negotiable. If you would like to, instead of making, like, how about this? Take away the incapacitated status effect on it, but the number's buffed 10%, so that's 20% now. So it'll be roughly the same amount of time. How about that? Survivors don't want that. Because the incapacitated status effect is low-key not the problem. What they're bitching about that is, here's why they bitch about that, because that's an easy target to say, oh, this perk doesn't like let us interact with the game for 25 seconds, bruh. This perk is bad game design because it doesn't let us interact. Like this game is some great form of interaction. Like, dude, you know what's non-interactive? Running around in a circle because you have so much power that it doesn't matter. That's what's non-interactive. Like that's not interactive, bruh. That right there. Run in circles because you don't have to change your tactic. You're not actually interacting with the killer when you run in circles. I wish somebody would tell the survivors that. Running around circles over and over and over again is not interaction. And it doesn't take skill. It doesn't. What are our gens? We got everybody injured right now. We really need to find Yui. We could go for the basement, but we'll take the gen blow up instead. Plus, we just need to get him on a hook. We need to find Yui. We could camp this for a bit. Okay. Let's play a bit more defensively here. Okay, we have outstretched arms. That's good. We see the other asshole. That's what we'll call him. Yui, where are you? We're looking for Yui. That's who we really would like to see right now. Let's let him hit stage 2. No one. Once he hits stage 2, we'll leave. She did? We need another scorch hook. That gen's getting done, so blow it up. Who we needed just revealed themselves. That's off the record, it has to be. That's why off the record is so good right there. Somebody do me a favor and see what we're dealing with in terms of a Swift here. Oh wait, is he down? Okay. Go look up their this Twitch streamer and see what he's doing on Twitch. See how many people are in this group. This feels like a 3-man. Let's check this gem. Nothing. He's not streaming? Okay. That hurts. I was just curious. Jen Denise, bruh! Being toxic again! Toxic Jen Denise. What do we got here, dude? Dude, she just shut the game off after getting down there. Okay, that's down 15%. Let's go kick this one, because we saw which one just blew up. I need a toxic survivor like Jen Denise in my life, dude. Scott Junn's such a lucky man. I heard you drop down, buddy. Jesus, this guy's off. Scoot's such a lucky man, dude. Did you see the way Jen Denise just clapped that guy? I want Jen Denise to have me on one of her Final Fantasy role plays. Don't you guys? Like, what's better for a man than to be on Jen Denise's live action role plays? Like, I legitimately don't have no idea. Scoot gets to watch her the role plays. I know, dude. Like, how lucky is he? What a woman. That Zaku's here, bro. We're playing some Nemesis shit, bro. Looking for bad Yui players. Yui! Yui! I heard Scott Jun can only stream Dead by Daylight when his wife's boyfriend's done with the computer. GG. It's really good though, when you go and tear up as fast as we just did there. Nice. Well, I don't have a challenge selected. What would Herman say if he saw me now? He'd be like, Rosie, why don't you have a challenge selected? When they need time alone, yeah. That's right. Scott, go make a video or something, bro. Get the hell out of here. Go make another 10-minute video, dude. Nowhere to hide. That's trash. What about corrupt, bro? How am I supposed to block off gens? They like that stuff, though. Who are we playing now? I'm still a corrupt guy, dude. I still feel naked without it. No, it's been a while since we've Weskered. Poor performance indeed. I haven't tried to save the best for last on Wesker yet. I wanted to do that. Let's increases the virulent bound extension when grabbing a survivor. Let's still go with this. Poor performance indeed. You will not live to see the dawn. Nemesis shit, bruh. That was fun though, playing Nemesis shit. I like playing Nemesis at Dead Dog. A lot of shit to break, and you walk around, you have some fun. You have fun on a map with Nemesis shit, bro. I don't know. Hold on, we're not gonna take this. I wanna put some points into him first. I wanna see if we can get a map offering. Make sure we can take it to a map that's not shit. Poor performance indeed. Because it has been a while, I just want to make sure we got a feel we like. I don't want to play Bad Ham as fucking. What's this do? Yeah, that doesn't matter. Not on this character, I don't think. Needs that recharge time. That's what really matters. Oh, there we go. But doesn't he suck there, or is that Blight? I still like the map overall. We'll take it. We'll take that. We don't need plus 100 BP because we already got plus 100 BP. Oh, I have more than I thought I did. Shit. Let's take him on. Let's take it to Midwich, actually. I don't think we've played him on Midwich yet, and if we have, we played him like once. After this, we're gonna do the night. Poor performance indeed. That's what that's what Jen Denise says after the one time a year she has sex with Scott. Poor performance indeed. I'm grabbing the Coke, lads. Lost the yeah, Midwich. Lol. Here's why my opinion on Midwich has changed. Midwich, a very rare rosy flip-flop. If you recall, when it came out and like a long time after that, I said Midwich was one of the worst maps in the game. But the thing about Midwich is that Killer and Survivor, this is still a true statement, Killer and Survivor both do not like the map. Killers don't like it because it sucks to patrol. There's 2 floors. Verticality is inherently bad for Killer. It's bad. That's bad. That aspect of it is very bad for Killer. However, the tiles there are balanced. The tiles are balanced. That's why Survivors don't like it. Survivors don't like it because the tiles are relatively fair, especially when compared to the other maps in the game. So when you are actually in a chase at Midwich, it is objectively easier to get them. That's why Survivors don't like it. So the fact that because Survivors have an aspect of this map that they absolutely don't like, that's why it's one of the better maps for Killer. Because most maps in the game suck to patrol. That's not just Midwich being bad. Like, you know, like, those new, like, Eyrie of Crows, that sucks to patrol too. It's just, instead of having 2 floors, it has one really big one. Like, every map in the game is still bad for Killer. Obviously, I guess Nurse is a little better at Midwich. But, you know. Yeah, at least the tiles here are alright. So, like, you can have, like, a bad patrol and a bad... Those branch offerings. Yeah, I mean, the hook spacing is... it's still bad. It's still bad. Hook spacing is another thing that needs to be done manually with no RNG. We're not going to get map changes. They were asking about it in the survey. I hope we do. Just the problem with it is their tile logic's outdated. Their tile logic, they're still using tile spawn logic from like what, 4 years ago? The more this game is optimized, the more and more those tile spawn logics become outdated. The Survivors just don't need that many pallets. They just don't need them. Oh, cool. Somebody did not want to play at Midwich. See, bruh? They know. The Survivors definitely understand that Midwich is not as good for them as some other maps. Is it the best map for Killer in the game? Debatable. That's debatable. It's up there. Point proven. Yeah, there it is. The Survivors understand that this map is not very good for them. And what does that say? What does that really say? The Killer brings a map offering that says, look, we're going to have fair tiles this game, dude. What does the Survivor do? Disconnect. They don't want fair tiles. The idea of gameplay and fun for them is to have something that is way stronger than you that you can do nothing about. That's what's fun. Survivors want to turn on God mode in a video game and then never turn it off. That's the problem. They want to turn on God mode and never turn it off. They want to turn on the invincibility cheat and never turn it off. That's fun to them. That's what's fun to them. That's why you can't balance a game based on that metric. Yeah, jungle gyms next to each other and then connected, chained into Shack, which is chained in the... Yeah, Shack chained into jungle gyms, chained into main building. That's fun. That setup is fun for them. Yeah, I bet it fucking is. There's a reason for that. And it has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with the fairness and the balance. I don't understand the kite endlessly meta. Like, why is that? Why? I think you should play Survivor with the expectation that you're going to go down. That's what I think, personally. Bad Ham Preschool connected to Double Pallets, connected to God Pallet, connected to House of Pain, connected to Killer Shack. House of Pain and Killer Shack had spawned right next to each other at Bad Ham, if I'm remembering correctly. Or is that the other house? Either way, doesn't matter what house it is, there's a God Pallet in both of them, so... It doesn't matter what house I'm talking about, there's a God Pallet in both houses at Bad Ham that aren't the school. Yeah, coddled. But that's fun. Like, that's what's fun. What survivors don't want to play against are killers that can actually deal with that. And you know what? We shouldn't make killers that can deal with that because that shouldn't exist. That's more facts. Killers that are made to deal with that nonsense shouldn't exist because that setup shouldn't exist. That's why the whole whataboutism thing is just like the fact that you can't say what about this, what about that. That's complete crap. It's just to dodge your own. It's just saying you say that to dodge the point you bring to the table. This is in response. The reason this exists is because your stuff is designed this way, like that. Like, of course, they're linked. They're linked. That stuff exists because this stuff exists. And you're the ones winning. Like, again, the survivors are the ones that win the game. They're the ones favored to win the game. So, lads, what that means is, like, our stuff is in response to help stopping that from happening. I'm figuring... Again, we haven't played Wesker in a while. I'm refiguring this stuff out. Okay. Gotta re-get it to the muscles. Huh. Getting set up here, breaking some stuff. There's somebody. Look how fast we shot over here. It's incredible. Okay. Leave him go. Keep working with the map. I keep forgetting Wesker's terror radius is like bigger. They're playing very evasive. You see the way they're playing this? They're playing this very... we do have a bigger terror radius, that's part of it. Hi, buddy. What's up? The way they're playing this, though, they're trying to stay away from us, because they know who we are. We're a good killer. He committed, I'll give him that. Jesus. Oh, we had him. Blow out some gens. Very good, lads. We can get there. We can get there. Dumbass. That God pallet out of the way. It's the obsession. That's unfortunate, but we'll take the hit here. The Ash is killing himself. Good. We'll take it. Anything they want to give you anything. Like, if they're killing themselves, don't be offended by that. Take it. It's a compliment to me, dude. Kill yourself, it's a compliment. I like when you do that. Ah, man, I thought we had him there. You have him kind of trapped in the corner over here. I heard him grunt. He's still like in this room, I think. Yeah. Suck. Unfortunate. Let's make sure he can't get that window. Or at least it's gonna be at a much more awkward angle. That's it down.
Too bad you won't make it much further.
Too bad you won't make it much further.
Just getting started.
We're just getting started. They might pop another one here shortly. Doesn't matter. Oh, we're gonna stop it. Kill yourself, it's a compliment. You're right. I like when you do that. It's a compliment to me. You hated how I played against you so much you just ended it all. I like that. That's what I strive for in my games. Where are you going, sweetheart? I don't think this person even knows where she's running to. I expected more from you. I really didn't, though, in all honesty. Megan. I'm so excited for that movie. I heard him drop. So we're gonna commit to this way faster. We also want to come hit this. And another thing that if they do nerf eruption, another thing they might do is make its cooldown a little bigger. But again, another thing that survivors don't understand is that Call of Brine is probably helping you win more than Eruption is, especially when you're up and ready to go and you're rolling. Having that 2x regression is really good. Megan, we want to push him this way. What? What? Can someone explain that to me? We didn't leap over the pallet. Claudette found this. kick that. Very passively, just it'll come. These guys aren't very good. We could have like said we could have played that way better. There you go. Another thing that's really good about Midwich is that I'll see you dead. That's really good about Midwich is that these rooms, the way it's laid out for Killer, this is another reason why chasing them is easier here. Look how this is laid out. We gotta see how this hallway works. They can go in here, but if you don't follow them, you don't lose them either. Like they're not gaining any like progress on you. Just because of the way it's laid out. You don't have to fully follow them to like you're to cut them off down here. That's really good. You can't do that on other maps. Did he just Kobe? He did. He gets to borrow time even when they Kobe? That's such crap. You should have to be actually fucking rescued for that to go off. Damn it, we had it. We had the read too. Look how close we get to him. You got work? Alright, my friend. Thanks for coming, as always. Nice. See, we zoned him correctly there and he got to another pallet. Like, he still got to a pallet even though we zoned him right. So, that Wester thing does happen often. Opens up another deck hook. We can kind of play this however we want at this point. Like, we don't need God tier patrolling to win this at this point. We got Kobe'd on, super unfortunate. We have 5 stacks too, so we really would rather hit the power here.
Playtime is over.
See, stuff like that you can do. Playtime is over. God, we cucked ourselves. Easy. There are 2 gens out here.
You will not
To see the dawn. Good power hits. That gem was that gem was like at 4 pistons. Very good stuff, lads. Found hatch. Wesker at this map, that should be like a confirmed win. That should be like a confirmed win at this map. Say the best for last, boys. What do you got? You're going nowhere! Also, I actually think she's gonna get out because I don't think we can make a hook. Can we? It's gonna be really close. We got it. If we like crashed in those toilets, I don't think we were gonna be able to make it. Two-month break? That's too short, bro. You will not live to see the dawn. Your worst decision was coming back. Good stuff. That was a good game. That was a good game. What time is it over here? 3:04. Woo! Rosie's up, dude. Oh yeah, the game's terrible. Alright, let's do a game at night and then I'm out of here. Night's gonna be our final stop of the night. Ha ha! Ha ha! 3:04, bro. Rosie's up late tonight. Knight's a strategic killer. If you're a strategic character, the last thing you want to read is RNG. Value now that it's less run-in builds. I mean, objectively, yes, because since DS is worse, countering it is less valuable. But, is the game any better? No. Of course not. But because Pyramid Head's chase power is still better than some of the other ones, he's okay. And he can still stop, Here's a Pyramid Head question that I actually don't know the answer to. If you cage somebody, do they get the 5 seconds? I wouldn't think they do, right? They don't get the endurance status effect when they come out of a cage, do they? Like, you could still counter those perks. Like, countering off the record is still good, which I didn't do a perk check for that in some of those games where I feel like I needed to, because long-ass 15 seconds if it was BT. No, cage, no endurance, yeah. Yeah. So, he still has that other killers don't have. And that's still good, too. I still want to take it to Swamp. We haven't played a Swamp yet. Because endurance is still a pain in the dick. I'm tired, bro. Alright. I don't like those med kits, but should be alright. Yeah, strategic RNG. Yeah. What, you're a strategy killer and you have RNG in your power? Well, it's not really... Okay, I guess RNG is a bad way to describe it. It has the same problems as RNG. Let's phrase it that way. It's the inconsistency. It's admittedly more consistent than true RNG, but overall, not having a consistent ability, he would be better if he like had one guard no matter what. Consistent across the board. Like, this guy already needs a rework and he's been in the game like a month. It's pretty sad. Like, they've said that, like, they've tried to justify... You should be able to swap between the guards. We talked about this already. Swapping between them, like Clown, with a simple tap of one of the buttons. That should be a thing. That would take that inconsistency away. And then what you need next is the guards should like spawn in the Carnifex has the paladin. The assassin should spawn in right away. Like there shouldn't that when you drop them and then like they have to wait a second before their sphere comes out, that should just be gone on everybody low key. Like that just shouldn't be a thing. But they've tried to justify that crap by gaslighting you and telling you it's better in situations, but it's really not in 9 out of 10. If you like it so much, let me swap between the guards and keep it on somebody. Like they said it's good for the jailer's big range. Okay, keep it on jailer. Fine. Keep it on the fucking jailer if it's so good on him. Don't make the other two worse because it's good on the jailer. Makes no fucking sense. It's designed to limit you. The power is designed. This is why I hate this character. The power is designed to limit your creativity and limit the strategy you can actually do here. That's what it's there to do, boys. Yeah, that's what they should do. There should just be one fucking guard that has all their powers. Yeah, that's true. Like, watch this. Just watch this. It won't catch anybody. Look at that. He's not active until the spear comes out. You see that shit? It makes him useless to even drop. You have to trap them. It's crap. It's designed to limit you and make you worse. Yes. And they think they're being like innovative and creative with this shit, and they're telling you there's strategy here. It's not strategy, it's just bad. It's a weak power disguised as high skill cap. That's what's bad about it. Cute. Good job, jailer. Like, we needed him to catch her right away. See how we can't be aggro with him? Like you would kind of want to in that situation? We can't be aggro with him there because We can't keep the pressure on her. It's weak. It's not high skill, it's weak. Did you see that right there? I hate that. You should be able to put the guard down and keep the pressure on her right there. For the survivor fun. What else would it be for, dude? It is there to limit you, bruh. And again, this wouldn't be such a big problem if they were just like, I mean, I'd still hate the answer, but if they just said, oh, that would be too powerful, we don't want that, that'd be one thing. But they're trying to trick you and tell you that this is actually better. They're trying to fool you by telling you what's in the game right now is better for you. It's not. It sucks. What is in the game right now is total trash. Okay. They're playing very stealthy. They're just not really interacting with us. Every time we actually get in a chase, we do get the hit. They're just not letting us chase them, so we can't chase them. This is the down. This is the down. Thank you, saved the best for last. That wasn't a down without it. Try to get her to come out. Alright, we got the jailer now. He'll be out for a longer time. Let's make sure she hits stage 2. They're waiting too long. Especially since she's a big valuable target because we know that they're a Swift. Take that free hit though. Okay. His cooldowns are really good though. I'll give him that. You can jump from one guard to the next. We want to be a little bit more active here. This is at a weird spot of the map. Most of the gens are over there. We'd like to find that other Kate and get her out. So we'll leave what's his face over there to deal with that. Here, they're both here. Beautiful. We got somebody dead, and it's Swift. Take it out a confirmed Swift early. That's big. That's really big, especially on this map. Because the gen spacing here is on your side 100%. We want to come over here anyway. Because we saw this blood in the water. I see the idea. He tried to like be bait, but like he's not good bait. We want the jailer, who we have right now. This is a jailer play for sure. See that? Look what the jailer just did to himself there. Get rid of it. We have the Carnifex now. We want to do a pallet break play here. We get Fang means she's dead. Let's pressure the Kate a little bit though. He knows how to run that. I'll give the boy that. I see her. We'll stack 2 stacks. Go on and go heal. Didn't get her. Look at that. See how bad that was? We lost her, got no idea where she is now, because we bothered to do that. If we had went up and chased her, we would be on her right now. But we bothered with the power. See how bothering with the power was a mistake? We lost the key survivor who's on death hook right now. Because we bothered to do that. That's the kind of design that's really bad. If the killer's power is worse than just chasing them, that's really bad. This guy's injured. And we got extended jailer, so let's put the jailer out right here. Maybe we could even push her into it. Now. We want this Fang Mean though. This is what we really want. Very good. But it's like, this character could be really cool in aggro. He's just not because of the way they designed him here. The way they designed him is just really bad. This is the one we really can't let go. We need it down because we need to blow up. We need to blow this shit up. They're just playing it stealthy and not really interacting with us. I mean, they've been doing it the whole game. Let's use a long patrol here to cover both gens. We can't down anybody, dude. He's too weak. The powers is it's just too weak. And it's such a simple fix. That's the worst part. It's such a simple fix. Just let me be aggro. The guard should instantly at least have the circle out. At least the circle should be out. Okay, that gen's completely regressed. This Fei Ming just will not let us find her. There she is. The ideal scenario just happened. We're getting the Kate out of the game. Fuck it. Could be a DS, but we'll take it. Yeah, this crap is annoying. Because he's so much weaker than he needs to be. Then, like, why can't the circle, at least, as soon as I put him down, the circle should be active. He would be so much more fun to play and so much better to go against with more interactivity if that was the case. They're both over here. We've pretty much got them now. A very stealthy group. This seems like a 2-man and 2 solos. He's been better on paper than gameplay the whole time. But like the issue is that he can put you in sandwich situations, so he looks okay. He looks OP as fuck, when in reality you had to make 8 mistakes for those situations to even happen to you. That's the problem. In Identity 5, killers get what this character gets for free. Like literally. For fucking free, they get this power. Okay, they're definitely here. I see her, actually. But we can get a knight down. But, like, I have to get the knight down again. Like, I can't even, like, set up my second hit play. Do you see that? That's another problem. The knight should stay out after I get a basic attack. Because I have to trap them. That's why it should stay out, because I have to trap them. I have to do work. I have to do work in order for the damn thing. Nice job, Assassin. How was that Carnifex? Or was that the jailer? I don't even know. I didn't see who it was. Yes. He can only get confirmed situations when he traps you at a bad spot of the map, which you can easily prevent from happening. It's very, very doable. Because you have to do... Because again, behavior... The power right now is designed around the fact that... The quote-unquote fact that it's free to drop the power and then the knight starts chasing. That's just not how it works. You have to get, like, a severe fucking outplay to even get the knight down. Because that's the case, it should stay out. It should stay out. He's just not aggressive enough. He has a lot of tools on paper to be aggressive and cool and fun. But right now he's just passive, weak, and irritating because the ideas to make him good are so, like, there. He reads like a good character. He reads like a strategic, high-skilled character. And that's his problem. He's just not any of those things. He's weak, underdeveloped, and the power is designed to limit strategy and hinder you. That's the core design philosophy here. It's designed around hindrance, annoyance, and limitations. 100% fucking facts you're hearing in this game, lads. It's like, again, I guarantee you, the major focus of this killer was how did the survivors get out of the situations that you can put them in. That was the main focus. When the guards fucking start to chase somebody, the first thing they do is put their counterplay down. It is cool that you can kind of get an instant down like that, though. If you can, like, do something, like a play like that. That's cool. That's the coolest thing he has. But, like, again, what survivor's ever going to let you do that? That was terrible. Let's see how a jailer breaks a pallet, but I don't think there's any up. It's disappointing. It's disappointing because, like, there's a lot here. There is a lot here. But again, it's all underdeveloped. It's all fucking underdeveloped, fucking pre-alpha stage bullshit. It's in beta phase or whatever the fuck. He could have, like, his flow, he just doesn't have any flow. There's no flow to his game. He's very clunky. And he shouldn't be, because he the way he controls, he feels so smooth, and it's like, you feel when you play him that your play should be this, and it's just not that. That's why he's irritating. Because at least when you're playing other characters, there's not enough blood in this game. Whoa. Wednesday Addams. Why am I playing this game? Because why not? Like, okay. Like, when you're playing, like the other characters in the game, you can feel what's the right play here. And most of the time, that's right. But this guy, it's just not. It's just not that. And you know what? I haven't. And again, we're in another situation in that game where we committed to the power to try and make it work. Like, we tried to trap the Fang Min at the pier tile. Does anybody remember this? When we tried to do that, we tried to trap her at the pier tile, and guess what? And guess what? The fucking thing didn't work. It didn't trap her. And not only did it not get her, but we gave up line of sight on the key survivor to put the knight down. And guess what happened? Well, the guard. I keep doing that. When we put the guard down, what the fuck happened? We lost sight of the bitch, and then we couldn't find her again. Classic behavior game design. Well, it's like, oh, just look around for her. Okay, but what about the gens? Like, you can't just sit there, oh, well, she's gotta be here somewhere. Let me take my big lumbering ass over here to try to find her, because we know she's gotta be here somewhere. There's gens getting done, buddy. There's gens getting done. You gotta go get her. You gotta go pressure them. You can't just shimmy around in your fucking shitty suit of armor going ka-clunk, ka-clunk, ka-clunk. Where's Fang Min? Ka-clunk, ka-clunk, ka-clunk. You can't fucking do that. Bullshit. It's amazing how this company will continue to design characters that just fucking are they're endless fucking comedy. They're endless material to just complain about. They seriously spend 30 minutes in a design room and call it a day. Without a power. It's like how they did. It was Trickster on release. Trickster on release had no power and went 110. Imagine that. Like, there's so many ways that, like, the problem is, here's how you know something's in pre-alpha, or like the starting phase of the development, okay? Here's how you know. Because there's 50 directions they could go with it. That's the problem. There's 50 directions you could take this character. And I'm not saying that you could put all the knights down at once and turn them into, like, a control character, but it's like, oh, you know, you could put one down, cancel it, do this to turn him into, like, more of an area-based control character where he can section off parts of the map, maybe even have an ability, like, he kind of can get, like, when his guards are chasing somebody, he gets faster movement speed when he's in a certain range, not in range of the guard. Like, you could turn him into, like, this weird control character, and even have maybe an iridescent where he can put a second one down, or something. Maybe earn stacks to put a second one down. Like, you could put his guards on charges, and, like, his maximum charges is 9. So if he stores 9 charges, he could put all 3 down at once. You could take him in that direction and make him a control-based killer, right? Or you could do what he feels like he should do right now, which is constantly be placing guards all the time to aggressively go after one guy he's already chasing. Bam, hits, put the guard down, guard instantly spawns and instantly starts chasing the survivor, keep chasing them, hit, like he should be doing. Right now, he's not any of that because the power is underdeveloped trash. It's just, and again, he's got other problems like the roulette wheel. But it's like, take that on. Let's pretend. But compare that to Little Miss Mid. Little Miss Mid, at least Little Miss Mid has a clear playstyle that you're supposed to do. Hit and run, condemned. Like, there is a clear design philosophy there that you're supposed to be doing. Again, this is probably a character Patrick worked on, and the Knight is something Almo worked on. And like, yeah, like there you go. Something's in pre-alpha when there's like 8 million ways you could change it. Another one who I feel like that applies to is like Dredge. I feel like another new killer that's just kind of like, oh, you can teleport into the lockers and then like he can kind of teleport around with his power and chase, bruh. Like you, okay. Like, why can't you give him like? Why can't he do something like? I'm thinking of stuff you could do with Dredge, with that power. Why can't you like? Okay. Again, I'm trying to think what you could do with that teleport. You have like 3 charges, right? For lockers. What if you could burn some locker charges to make the teleport faster when you come out of it, or something like that? Because again, he's not really in like he's kind of a high mobility patrol the map killer, but his lethality takes a hit because of it. Like maybe you could marry the two a little more with him. I don't fucking know. I'm just spitballing at this point. And again, Plague. Plague was another one. Plague, not before a buff. Remember, she just got buffed, and they made it very clear what you're supposed to do with her. Pre-patch Plague was abysmal trash. That fits more into the line of what we're talking about with Knight here. Pre-patch Plague was a disaster. She was total shit. She had infection add-ons that didn't do anything, and the way to play her was to like you had to try to infect everybody, but like because her power was so weak, that was when the game levels of hard. Like whenever you could, like the amount of effort you took to fully break the board and like fully break all the survivors, like fucking Christ. That was when the game levels of hard, okay? They made it easier with her buff by saying, okay, the way that we're going to make her break the board now is by puking on things like you were supposed to be doing and increasing the infection rate when the when the 6 survivors interacting with shit. So that's a very okay, you're not supposed to go chase one guy, get right behind them and on them like you did before. That's the kind of style she had before. That buff turned her into a more area focused control killer, which is what she should have fucking been from day one. Doctor was another one. The character's power pre-buff was so fucking weak that like he was more of a bounce around kind of character, which he kind of still is, but because they made his pressure better, you can actually like use your first detector power to actually hone in and do some chases, which he couldn't really do before. They lowered his amount of area control and upped his lethality. That's what I mean. They should do that with Dredge. Old Freddy was another one. Old Freddy, like, was another underdeveloped power to putting people to sleep. That shit, which I mean, underdeveloped. Could have worked on it. Could have done something better. Demo, another one that's underdeveloped right now. He's an area control killer, but like the way he controls the area sucks. When's the next time playing Doom Eternal? No idea. I'm just bitching right now. Underdeveloped. Underdeveloped garbage. The whole roster. But it's like, you can complain. There's aspects about everybody that you can complain about. Lars is here, bro. I'm bitching. What else is new? I don't know, dude. Maybe this weekend. I have a 3-day weekend. Maybe I'll pop it in. Underdeveloped. And even when the killer has an identity, like Legion, they can be under fucking developed. They can be underdeveloped. Old Legion could underdeveloped trash too, because the thing they gave him just didn't really work before, and so they just made him this awful chase power, which he couldn't really like do anything with the amount of free hits he could get. Now he can do way more with it because they expanded upon his lethality options. Good. This is good. Pinhead, he's alright. His chase power and his box power don't have like, I mean, his chain hunts, I just wish there was more of a way to like control it. I mean, I guess there is a lot of good pinheads. Here's the thing about good pinheads. good pinheads can, like... The deep wound add-on's pretty good, yeah. A good pinhead can run, like, this is how crazy good pinheads are. A good pinhead can run a Lethal Pursuer. They can run Lethal Pursuer and instantly know where the box is. Like, because, like, the way it works is, like, the box spawns almost equidistant between you and every survivor. So the fact that you can, like... The fact that you can use Lethal Pursuer to see where all the survivors spawn in instantly guarantees good pinheads an initial chain hunt right out the gate. So that's really good. That's why you don't really need Corrupt on him. You need Lethal Pursuer instead. Because you can but like, you have to be good. Like, good pinheads know where the fucking box is. You and I don't. So... I don't know. I kind of wish that was just something he could do, like, at the beginning. Like, the very first box he could get for free, because, again, he basically already does, just making that accessible to everybody. I mean, because, again, this is why solo queue is about to get buffed, right? There's such a separation between good pinheads and like, pinheads just playing pinhead, because... You have to understand these box logic spawns, where if you just let Pinhead see the first box and let him go get it, I don't know, I think that would be fair. What do you guys think? Would letting Pinhead get the first box for free be too much? Is he, I mean, he's alright, he's still good. He's alright, he's a keystone. You could give it to him at the start. I mean, because here's the thing. Here's why I say that. Nah, our matches have been good tonight. Here's why I say that. Because good pinheads are already doing it anyway. That's why I say that. Good pinheads are guaranteed their first box anyway. Why not let every pinhead have their first box? That's why I say that. I'm not just saying that because, oh, this guy wants free pinhead boxes. I'm only saying that because good pinheads are already guaranteed that first box. Yeah. Good pinheads, I don't know if you just got here, Michael. Good pinheads run Lethal Pursuer, use the survivor spawn points to coordinate where the box is. Because they know what they know the map RNG so fucking well that they just know where the box is. They know where it's spawned. They've played the same map with the same spawns 300 times. They know where the box is. So they're guaranteed that first box. So why not just let every pinhead do that? That's my point. If the good pinheads weren't doing that, that would not be a suggestion. I wouldn't suggest that. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't ask for it. But because good pinheads are already doing it, like, I don't feel like I should have to. Again, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I work fucking 40 hours a week, and again, I think there's something different. But because it's like, well, that's just part of playing the character, bruh. It's the same thing as, like, learning Nurse's Blinks. Okay. The difference is that Nurse's Blinks are very execution-based, while Pinhead's Chain Hunt is very passive. It's just like, knowing the box doesn't take execution-based skill. Yeah, I guess you could argue that finding the box and putting all that time in to actually find the box and know those spawn points and know that spawn logic, that's skill. I guess you could make that argument and you would convince people. Seemed like a good way to learn box. That's, you're probably right. Like, eventually put it to 100 seconds. So it's like, you know, I don't know. I'm just saying, bruh. Like, Nurse, you have to earn that through, like, actual interaction and gameplay with survivors. Pinhead, you just use a perk and boot it up 400 times and then you learn where it is. I'm sure like certain players online can give you tips about it. I'm sure there's Reddit threads about it. Like, I'm sure there's probably resources you can do to go to. And again, it like that's not a suggestion that's like I'm gonna be super mad or ruins Pinhead if they don't put it in. I just feel like it would make playing against the character feel a lot more consistent for survivors. Like, it's actually a survivor change when you really think about it. Yes, having the box early could help people playing Pinhead for the first time. Yeah, I agree with that. It's just like, for something so passive, I don't understand why the average player would put all that fucking time and effort into it. And again, I'm Mr. Top Percent, reap the benefits of being top percent. Happy New Year's, lads. I hope your all New Year's sucks. Like, again, I'm Mr. Top Percent, reap the benefits of being top percent. I just think it's... I personally just think it's kind of dumb that, like, this guy just has more time. Because, again, when you play Nurse, you have to sit down and like, practice. But like, you have to go in and lose games and stuff to, like, learn her. You have to lose games. You have to go in and put time and have lots of, like, rough matches. With Pinhead, it's just, like... I don't know. I just feel like even if you don't get the initial box, it's like you still have time to recover and play him well anyway. Like, it's not as big of a deal on him, I don't think. Because that's, again, it's not like it's breaking the character. That's another reason I think you could do that. It's not like it's breaking the character. It's not breaking him. It would just make people learning him have access to some of the same tech that people with no lives have. Because again, you know what? Again, I will continue to say this. The comp scene for this game is not real. That's another thing. Why is that important? Because, like, why are you shielding that tech behind a tech in quotes? It's tech in quotes. It's not real tech. It's just you know where something is that I don't know where it is, right? You know where the box is upon spawning in with Lethal Pursuer. I don't. Because I work 40 hours a week, and then I go to the gym after work, and then I get home and it's 10 o'clock at night, and I go to bed. So because I have a job, I don't know where the box is, right? But the basement dwellers get to know where it is. And again, it's not like people play this in real tournaments for money. It's not like again. I would like again if tournament scene for this game existed, this suggestion I wouldn't suggest this. But because the tournament scene, again, that's one of the advantages of not having a tournament scene. You can make a suggestion like that work. But again, I spent way too much time on this hill. It doesn't really matter. Like, what I've just talked about doesn't actually matter. Which is why you would have to wonder why I spent so much fucking time talking about it. Ugh. Oh my god, lads. This game sucks. That's the real story. This game sucks. I might clip our night game into a video, and as well with our rant on the night afterwards, because I thought that was good stuff. I thought that illustrated a lot of our points pretty well. Yes, the word tech in DBD is nonsense. It's only not nonsense on, like, Blight, where the most basic things are considered skill. Yes, but again, skill is just another word that's been hijacked. Everything, but again, it's tech, quote unquote, because it makes it sound harder to do than it actually is. That's the real story. That's the real story. DBD players love to just believe that the game is harder than it is. I don't understand why they do that. Because yeah, I don't do that. This game's easy as fuck. It's easy as fuck, especially if you play Survivor. The skill cap is relatively low. Even the harder stuff in this game is easier than the average stuff in Fighters, by a mile. Learning Nurse is not nearly as hard as learning any character in any fighter ever, including Smash. Facts. That's more facts. The most skillful actions in this game. Also, another issue with skill. Another issue with the word skill in this game is that, again, it's a hijacked word. What skill means to these people is the thing that is the hardest to do. That's what it means. It's so hard to do, so it took the most skill, when that's actually not true. It may have taken the most execution, let's say that, but in terms of game awareness, it was trash. That's what Patrick meant when he said your skilled play may not be skilled. The problem with Patrick's analogy there, this is the real problem with what Patrick said. He fed into their definition. Now, I'm going to bring up Ben Shapiro. Regardless of how you feel about Ben Shapiro or abortion or any of this, this is the argument that Ben Shapiro made. When you call an abortion like killing a baby, okay, like some people he debated, like he will always use the phrase killing babies, okay, when he's talking about it. Again, I don't agree with Shapiro on this. This is just the point he makes. He always uses the phrase killing babies, and he always tries to bait his opponents into saying that, because he's making them buy into his definition of the fetus, which is it's an actual baby, okay. But my point on that is that Patrick saying your skilled play was not skill, he fed into the community's definition of skill, and that's why it didn't go over well. He gave the community their own, he used their own definition of skill in his analogy. What he should have said was something along the lines of, he needed to separate skill from the play. He should have said that a skillful play might be more efficient in terms of the game's win condition rather than actual execution. A skillful play might not take as much execution as a play that is less skillful. That's what he should have said. But because he fed into the community's definition of skill, it was never ever going to go over well. That was the actual problem with what he said. Again, the logic was actually sound. The logic in what he said was fine. And it was an analogy I've used before involving other, like Smash. The game I used was Smash, and the game he used was hockey. It's the same thing. But he fed into their definition too much. That was his problem. He was never gonna win that conversation because you're allowing Scott, Jun, and Otz to have the say on what skill is. You're letting the community define something, and you're acknowledging that a quote getting 12 hooks is skilled when it's actually very inefficient and bad. It's a bad play. Most of the time, to actually go and 12 hook the survivors, you have to be playing a particularly bad group. As if you're trying to 12 hook survivors, it's just not going to work. That's not skilled. It demonstrates poor game awareness and poor resource efficiency. Bad. And the only way it realistically works is if you're playing a bad team. More facts tonight. That's the difference, lads. But again, skill is a hijacked word. You're not going to hear that anywhere else. You're only going to hear it here. You're only going to hear it on this channel. Because the word skill has been hijacked by every other clown in the community. More facts tonight. And stuff like tech, the broader conversation, words like tech are just there to enforce the fact that people think this game is harder than it is. It's not the easiest game in the world. It's really not. I'm not going to sit here and pretend it's the easiest game. They're finally willing to go in the right direction. Well, here's the thing. Here's the problem. Okay. A big topic from my understanding right now is, has the meta actually changed? Behavior said they were going to shake the meta up. Okay. Did behavior actually shake the meta up? Okay. In terms of the perks you use, I mean, kind of, I guess. Kind of because like okay, most good teams will still bring 4 BTs. They'll still be bringing 4 I mean, they surely should be bringing 4 DSs still. A lot of good teams these days, they'll still have 4 Dead Hards. Like, they'll still have a lot of the same perks. And for killers, like, Ruin's gone. Sure, Ruin's dead. But, Pop's dead, basically. I mean, it's there. It's just, it Pop's the option you have when you don't have the meta yet. That's why it's that option now. The devs, they changed the meta kind of in terms of the perks you bring. The actual idea of the metagame has not changed. Killers, 4 gen stall, still. Most killers still bring 4 gen stall. The only time I don't bring 4 gen stall is if a killer like Freddy, that I find to be particularly lacking in lethality, I think you should probably be running save the best for last. Yes. The killers still run 4 slowdown. Corrupt Intervention is still a meta perk because the early game is still mathematically garbage. Survivors still run chase. They still bring Dead Hard and Exhaustion perks because perks in the chase are still better than perks not in the chase. You still want a perk to help you in chase because long chases are still better. Gen Rush meta is still good. Pitch a tent is still meta. All of this stuff is still meta. So the meta was only kind of hit in terms of the perks you bring. Killers still run 4 slowdown. Survivors still gen rush, bring chase perks, and swift. That is all still meta. That aspect has not been shaken up. Yes. They only changed the perks you bring to execute the meta. That's what changed. The perks you bring to execute the meta has changed. Other than that, it hasn't. If they want to change the meta, the first thing they gotta do is nerf the fucking maps. Okay? That's what you gotta do first. Because then the killers won't have to fucking camp so much. Once the killers don't have to camp so much, then you put limitations on camping. Then you nerf it. Once you make it optional. Once you make the meta, once the meta for killer is going out and leaving the hook, once that's meta, then you nerf camping. Because then you don't need it. Then you can nerf the shit out of it. Then you can nerf the shit out of camping and tunneling. Right now they're meta, you can't touch them, and the devs understand that. It's the reload. I have no choice but to camp and tunnel. Yes. Yes. Camping and tunneling are still meta. That aspect of the game has not changed. And in order to make it change, you got to fix the maps and then nerf camping and tunneling. Once the maps are fixed. Because the efficiency behind camping and tunneling at this point is absolutely undeniable. It's undeniable. No one's denying it anymore. Because again, they'll die. They can die. Again, they've shown they can ruin it. All you have to do to kill it is make reassurance base. That's all you got to do. And then it's dead forever. But the reason they haven't done that is because they know they can't. Because camping and tunneling are what's keeping the game relatively balanced. Relatively. The only way you have a chance is if you do it. And again, I don't consider that real balance. So even if the game... So even if the game is... Like, let's just grant Scott Junn his crazy-ass argument. You want to? I'm feeling generous. Christmas just happened. Let's pretend the game is killer-sided right now. Okay? We're pretending, we're role-playing like Scott Junn's fiance does with guys in her erotic role-play sessions in Final Fantasy. That's what we're doing right now. The game is killer-sided right now. Okay? Why? If the game is killer-sided right now, entertaining that idea, why is it? Because camping and tunneling. That's why. The game is not killer-sided due to healthy changes in the core metagame that has made it realistic for killer to do its actual win condition of its ideal win condition. Let me add that word in there. Of going out and hooking as many different survivors as possible and chasing as many different people as possible. The only way that Freddy has a goddamn chance is if he camps and tunnels. That's the only way he can do it. So if the game is killer-sided right now, what that means is that camping and tunneling have transformed the game to make it killer-sided. due to the uncapped restrictions that MMR is providing on whatever the meta is. Because MMR has freed the meta from the chains of the awful rank-based matchmaking, because MMR has freed Killer from the awful restrictions of rank-based matchmaking, we can now camp and tunnel to win the game, right? And so, of course, so the devs went back on it. Yeah, they said they were doing something to stop face camping, but again, you would, like, nerfing face camping wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't the only thing we have. That's the issue. It's the only thing killers have. Well, here's the thing, random guy. I've been advocating for a nurse nerf for a very long time. Nurse needs to fucking go. Make her a geisha clone. She will be great. I've said this for years. Make her an exact duplicate of Geisha from Identity 5. She should throw orbs of light and then teleport to those orbs of light. She should have 3 charges. Just like Geisha has 3 butterflies. You could, like, in order to differentiate her a little bit, you can keep the orbs of light in play. Unlike Geisha's butterflies, where she has to, like, hers are deleted. Like, what you could do with Nurse is make her, like, she throws an orb of light out and then teleports to it, and then that orb of light is where she was. And then she can pick them back up. Like, if she doesn't want to, like, she can pick it back up to regain a charge. Or if all, or you could add this other mechanic where if all 3 are out, she can make her power go on like a 20-second cooldown or a 16-second cooldown to regain all of her charges. She could do something like that too, just so she doesn't get stuck. Like, there you go. That's something you could do with her. It'd be very easy, and you would get her in line with the roster to allow you to fix the game. The game, the nurse is not bigger than the game. No one killer is bigger than the game. If Nurse is the reason that Freddy sucks, get rid of her. If Nurse is the reason we can't buff Pig, get rid of her. If Nurse is the reason we can't buff Ghostface, get rid of her. I have no sympathy for that character. If she's the problem, get rid of her. Get rid of her. I don't care. Get rid of her. If Spirit's the problem, get rid of her. If Blight's the problem, get rid of him. Fuck, Behavior butchers the characters and whatever they want anyway. Because you have a good amount of wins because that's what you should be doing. The fact that it's demonized is a problem. Camping and tunneling are not demonized in the Identity 5 community. They're just not. It's what you do. Oh, anti-loop, go away. No, just get rid of Nurse. Anti-looping is fine. That's not OP. If Nurse is the reason we can't nerf the maps, get rid of her. That's what I'm saying. If Nurse is the reason that we get Eerie of Crows, get rid of her. Because I don't want Eerie of Crows in my game. I don't want it. It's terrible. It's terrible garbage design. If Nurse is the reason that the maps are designed like to be as big as New York State, get rid of her. Because I don't like loading up to a map it's as big as the state of Texas. It's crap. Get rid of it. No, I heard that. Gideon's killer sided now, dude. Don't you know? Ott said so. Terrible. Absolutely ridiculous, bro. But it's like, the reason they have no problem with it, yeah. The reason they don't have a problem with it is because they have a tournament scene. They have an established tournament scene and understand its meta. That's why nobody has a problem with it. Also, yes, like, it's really funny, dude. If you go watch other creators for other communities, they're not nearly this bad. Not nearly. Like, the Yu-Gi-Oh! Community's content creators are fantastic. The football content creators are fantastic. The Smash content creators are way better. Like, it's just this game. This game is for low-life pieces of trash. And that's like, they can't play other games. They can't play real games, so they play this. Like, I'm sick of people heralding Otz as this god of gaming. He's not. He's trash. He plays Dead by Daylight, bruh. He plays Dead by Daylight. The most talented gamer we have in our community is true. Always has been. Always has been. The rest of these clowns couldn't press a button in Mortal Kombat. They don't know what they're doing. They could learn. Not saying they can't learn it. But like they're not these guru gods of gaming. They couldn't just pick up another game, another competitive multiplayer game and be good at it. Saying that Bubba's Chainsaw should be able to shut down your hook. Well, what a fucking stupid idea. What a shit idea. The really funny part is, even if you did that, I remember this topic came up in my Discord server. Even if you did that, Bubba could still probably use it. Because he could just, like, go to the maximum range and then charge it up and then, like, come in with it, which I don't know if that would work. Like, his movement speed might be too slow. Yeah. Like, it's just trash. Like, the mainstream content creators are just Survivor mains in masks. That's what they are. The Survivor mains in masks, dude. And again, like, this is the best part about me. Like, once the game is killer-sided, I will be the first one to tell you it is. Once the game is fixed, and, like, I'll be the first one to tell you when the game's killer-sided. It's just not. It's not. Never will be. Like, you're deluding yourselves. Like, again, I'll swing this back around. Like, we have gotten some good changes this year. And again, the best change that Killer has gotten this year is that the fucking tunnel perks shut off when the gates are powered. That's the best change you've gotten this year. Because that's the kind of change that will turn a 1K into a tie and a 2K into a 3K. That's the change that you've gotten this year. It has nothing to do, like the little stuff adds up over time, sure. Like, you've gotten a lot of little stuff this year, but the change that has had an impact on the game in terms of kill rates is that one. That's the one that's had the most effect, I think. Terrible. This game sucks, dude. But again, I said this already. I don't think Dead Zaku was here yet. I'm gonna clip that night I'm gonna clip that night game and then that night little rant afterwards into it. Eruption is fine, but here's the thing. The main problem that survivors have with Eruption is not why it's good. Yeah, it does. There's a lot of potential that's being wasted. Survivors hate it because of the incapacitated status effect. That's why survivors hate it. Okay, the reason it's good is that it blows the gen up. And like, if it just gave you 25 seconds of incapacitated, it wouldn't really do anything. The reason it's good is it blows the gen up and gives you that. Okay, so how about this? We remove the incapacitated status effect, but we double the number. Or make it go up by 5. Okay, fine. We remove the incapacitated status effect, but it blows up the gen 20% now. How about that? Survivors wouldn't take that trade. That's not a trade they'd take, because the real story is it blows the gen up. That's why it's good. If the gen was at 99 and it blows back up to 79, that's another 20% of the gen that's another, what, 21% of the gen you have to do? What's 21% of 90? What's 21% of 90? Is it 90 times 0.21? It's 18.9. It's 18.9. So you'll be back on the gen for another 20 seconds if you do that. So you'll actually be saving 5 seconds there. But the real story is that it blows the gen up. That's the real story. The survivors aren't going to take that trade. It'll blow the gen up 20 more %. So if the other guy doesn't have the incapacitated, if your Swift teammate doesn't have the incapacitated status effect, he can come over and finish the gen. when it's at when it blows up only 10% and get the gen done faster. If it blows up 20%, you can't do anything about it. Rule of no third health state. I will continue to argue that Dead Hard is not as good as it used to be, and it's significantly worse. Is it still the best exhaustion perk? Yes, but it's significantly worse. It can easily be played around, unless you're at a tile. They try to like be cheeky with it now. It's weird. Alright, I've bitched enough tonight. I'm gonna get the hell out of here, lads. GG's. I hope your New Year's suck, and I hope it's a disaster. Dead Man Switch, if not worse. I don't know what's good anymore. Eruption and Call of Brian are the best things, I think. On killers with high lethality, Pain Resonance with them. You don't even really need Dead Man's. Because Dead Man's can kind of interrupt your flow if you're doing well. Like having the gens like being blocked can interrupt your flow. That's why I don't like Dead Man's very much. Okay, I'm getting the hell out of here, lads. GG's.